Hey Louise, I'm back with a new direction for my YouTube channel. First, I'd like to say thank you if you're watching this or willing to follow this journey with me. Um, a lot has changed in my life since the last video you seen me make. Um, Definitely in a very different headspace, spiritually, physically, mentally, emotionally, everything like that. The last video, I was talking about confidence, and I would say that I feel that I've gained a lot of experience or brownie points in that aspect. Um, my confidence levels has definitely gone up. I feel like they could definitely use work. As you can see, I'm still saying and I'm trying to figure out how not to do that. But it has improved. A lot has improved, actually. Um, I lost a lot of things. I've gained so much more. This journey in life has been very insightful. Um, and I know a lot of people have a saying that if I knew what I knew now, I wouldn't go back and change anything. But for me, I would change a lot of things. I would have changed a lot of things. But I am thankful for the mistakes that I've made and the lessons that it has taught me. Um, and I'm gonna gradually break down some of this stuff and get into some of this stuff. I'm in such a different place. And the woman that I was, or the girl that I was in that video, so much different now. Um, Even now, when I think about it, it's almost like I'm reliving those moments. It's like they were yesterday, but I'm so far removed from that. Clearer space. My head is more on my shoulders, I guess I can say. Before, I was really up in the air. I was really, a little crazy. And we're going to get into all those different aspects of my journey. I'm going to talk about different experiences that I had in my life. And I want to be very open and transparent about those because one thing that I feel about my life is that I went through a lot of the things that I went through. At the time, I didn't realize why. It didn't make a lot of sense. And I just thought life was really cruel. And yes, the world can be a cruel place, but a lot of it was because of my own doing. Lack of knowledge, unaware. But now things are totally different. And I want to kind of break down those different moments in my life, some of the struggles that I've had, tell you the lessons that I've learned from them. And hopefully it's enough to encourage or inspire someone to get out of their own situation. I know especially now in today's day and age, it's very important to have people in our lives. It was important then, it's still important now, but have people in our lives that can be there for us, hold us accountable, teach us things, help us to grow. It's messed up, but I used to have the mindset of there's nothing wrong with me. I don't need to change. I am who I am, and everybody just needs to accept me. And I didn't realize that that mindset was actually keeping me down. It was actually keeping me stagnant. And I realized the harm that type of mindset could have. Again, this may not be for everyone. Everyone may not agree with me. Everyone may have their own opinions about how to live life. And I'm not necessarily here to tell you what you need to do in your life. I'm just giving ideas and suggestions if you were ever wondering something different you can try to change things about your life. Because I know when I was in that place, the place I was in when I first made that video, I was lost. I didn't have any guidance. I didn't have any hope, honestly. I was without hope. I was severely depressed, filled with anxiety, fear, you name it, all that stuff. It's nothing that no one hasn't experienced. Everything I was going through then, it's everybody is reachable. Everybody can reach those moments. And when I hit rock bottom, I think that's what it took for me, was to reach the absolute bottom. I was falling and then I fell. And I was there at that bottom, and from there I realized the only place I could go, well, I'm not going to say the only place I can go because I could have stayed there. But the best place for me to go was up. Get up. Start again. And one of the things that stopped me from starting again was the shame that I felt from reaching such a low place. That shame caused me to remain stagnant. I was afraid of growth because I felt I was incapable of doing so. Growing meant that I would have to accept or acknowledge some of the things I did to get me there. And I didn't want to admit those things to myself. I mean, we all have this image of ourselves and who we want to be. And if we notice something within ourselves, I mean, some of us are better than others, but we're all on different levels in life. We all have different lessons to learn. Some of us have learned lessons that others have yet to learn. But the point is, a part of what kept me down in that low place or sunken place, whatever you want to call that area, that bottom, that super dark place. I had to get out of there. I had to accept that there were things that I did to get me there. That some of my actions, some of this, I am who I am. Some of those things that I was were very detrimental to my progression, to my survival, to my betterment. And I had to admit, it hurts to be wrong. Nobody wants to be wrong. No one wants to, not just what other people view you as, but yourself. I don't want to look at myself and not be able to recognize the person that I wanted to be. I had so much high expectations for myself. I saw so many great things within myself. I knew what I was capable of. And having to look at that and realize that I was nothing close to what I knew I was capable of being, it made me feel hurt and ashamed and angry and spiteful. And if you've ever been in a place of self-sabotage, I believe that's where it comes from. I started to self-sabotage. Yes, I did. And I don't want to go too far off into a lot of these subjects because I actually want to break down into them and get down into them. And, say what I've learned through those things. Um, More so, I want these videos to be about my journey. I didn't realize that all of this was connected to where I would end up now. I thought they were separate. I thought my past was separate from me now, and it's going to be separate from my future. It's not separate, it's all the same thing. It's just different phases. And I just kind of want to break them down. I want to share my spiritual journey with you. All of this is my spiritual journey. What I went through then was part of that journey. What I'm going through now is a part of that journey. And what I transform into is going to still be that journey. And I just want to share it with you in hopes that anyone out there who's feeling lost, anyone out there who feels they don't have proper guidance or direction, I want to be some sort of light to you. And the darkest part of this world, we all need someone. And that's another mentality that I had to break through, was believing that I could be alone, that I could do everything all on my own, and I didn't need anybody, and I'm good all by myself. Sadly mistaken. To have a form of autonomy doesn't mean that I'm incapable of having great relationships with people and just learning things that I've learned about setting healthy boundaries. Boundaries are necessary. And I didn't have any boundaries. And now I understand the importance of having those and so much more. And I just want to share all that with you. So I don't want the video to go on too long. I just want to kind of introduce you about this new place that I'm in. And I want to share this place in hopes that someone else might be able to reach here, because I most certainly feel the difference in myself now versus then. Talk about confidence. Yeah, I'm a lot more confident now than I used to be, and I owe that all to the Most High. And so I want to get into all that with you. I want to share this spiritual journey, exactly where I'm at, exactly what I'm doing, exactly the goals and the plans that I have, and what I'm doing currently to make that happen. I'm considering things now in my life that I didn't used to consider before. And again, I just want to share that with you. I hope that this channel can be worth someone's attention. This isn't just about trying to make money. It isn't. It's so much bigger than that. This is therapeutic for me, and I hope that it's therapeutic for you, whoever chooses to watch this. Excuse me. And let's grow together. Let's grow together. Let's talk this out. Let's work this out together.